Hello, everybody. Good evening and namaste. And welcome to the second episode of KAFI with Karan. So, today I am going to introduce yet another wonderful personality who is the president of the World Konkani Centre in Mangaluru. And he is none other than CA Nandagopal Shenoy, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome on the episode.
Namaste, Karan.
It is such a pleasure to invite you for the second episode. And you have been an inspiration for young audience. So today I have invited you specially on this episode.
Thank you.
Because our student community, CA community, and even other professional community, CA CS ACCA community, they are doing professional courses, and there is nobody to guide them properly. Everybody is behind, training them, and there is no proper guidance available, sir. For me as a student, I would require somebody who can, hold my hand and he can guide me. So, being such a senior personality and being such a wonderful person and doing so much for the community, I would request you that please guide our students, give them some directions.
Sure.
And today I will be putting some questions for you. And I am sure that with the help of those questions, the students will get a proper direction. So, we have CA Nandagopal sir, who is the president of the World Konkani Centre. And let me put forward a list of some questions which I have specially designed for him. And let us see that CA Nandagopal sir, how he answers it. So, sir, welcome to the episode. And thank you so much for coming. And I have a bunch of questions for you today. Let me begin with my very first question, sir. I am into this education industry from almost 15 years now, and I have observed that over a decade, spending over a decade, things have changed a little bit. Things are not the same what it was before a decade, in the past decade. So my first question to you is that, is today's education system helping students to become professionals, and is it really grooming the students to become professionals, and then afterwards they get qualified and they are working with MNCs? Are the education institutions really equipped with those systems, and are these students having enough advantage of the education, whether they can represent themselves as qualified professional in multinational companies? Are multinational companies ready to absorb these students? My first question is, what are the changes that you feel that the education system should undergo, or are you really happy with the current system going on?
See, the current system is somewhat okay to face the exams, to complete the exams and going forward.
Okay.
Whereas what I find is practically they lack a much needed knowledge.
Oh, yes, sir.
A teacher was referring once, it's a sad joke, when the teacher asked the question to a student,
Okay.
where we get the rice?
Okay.
And the student said, we are getting the rice from supermarket.
Okay.
Because that student is not aware rice is prepared from a paddy which is grown in the fields.
Correct, sir.
So instead of saying it is coming from the fields,
Okay.
so he was referring he is getting it from a supermarket.
Supermarket.
This is the knowledge what we are cultivating among the students.
Yes, sir.
That should change.
That should.
So our exam system should undergo some change.
Okay.
Because today we are focusing on quarterly exam or annual exam.
Yes, sir.
In fact, till some 9th standard or so, the exam should not be given bigger priority. It should be done anytime in the class without any notice.
Absolutely.
It should be done in that way. And more approach should be for practical learning.
Yes.
Like visiting a field or visiting a hospital, visiting a old age home,
Correct.
visiting a orphanage, visiting an industry. Right from first standard, if they get an inclination to learn. See, for example, solar eclipse and lunar eclipse is happening. How many schools are displaying that to the students through that lens? And
Not many. Not
many. And especially watching the stars or planets in the night time.
Yeah.
How many institutions? See, this is how you can create curiosity among the students.
Correct.
Right from their first standard.
Correct.
That's what we are lacking. And very important thing is presently our system is towards getting full marks
Yes.
without practical background.
Without practical background.
So this area we need to look into,
Yes, sir.
because we have to create curiosity among the students.
Yeah.
That is how the inclination to the practical world comes. And second very important thing is, at least in whatever feasible subjects, 30% marks should be kept for current affairs. What is happening around you?
True. Very true.
Even among CA students, whenever I ask how many of you read local daily in local language and one English daily, only not even 1%. So today, if you ask any student, whether right from school children to college children, why the war is happening between Russia and Ukraine, they may not be aware what is happening.
Yeah.
See, these are all world affairs. These all our students should know.
Yeah.
There should be an importance for current affairs, and some marks should be allotted, which at the discretion of the school, they should allot 30% marks for a separate current affairs exam, so that they are more practical in the world. And very important thing is learning life skills. Today, if you watch this preparing the students after CA and all to the practical world, we teach them soft skills and all. But the soft skill or life skill should start from standard 1.
Absolutely.
Today, how many of the students know to prepare their own food if they stay outside after their education, if they go for an employment?
Very few.
See, these all should be taught right from younger age, so that it will become a habit.
Yes, true.
It cannot be taught in the last minute when you complete your interview and you go outside. It should be taught from your day 1 in the school.
Excellent, sir. Superb. Superb.
Yes.
So, what sir is trying to mention is that the education system has to be very practical, and importance should be given to soft skills, which is currently lacking. Practical knowledge should be given right from the the first standard level, from the schooling level, so that when the child comes to a higher education and when he or she they do professional courses, definitely they will be doing better, and you'll have brighter chances that the companies can absorb you at a very high package. I always keep on telling to the students, sir, that if you want to increase your salary package, then you have to learn some skills which the others are lacking. Only then your innovation is something that you should.
Our students or children are going outside for a job.
Yes.
In a bigger cities and all.
Yes.
And they don't know self-defense mechanism.
Yes. True, very true.
Self-defense is very much required today. You should learn how to face some person if he comes, attacks you.
Correct.
We don't have that mechanism. We don't impart education on survival skills.
Yeah, so self-defense is important, real skills are important, practical knowledge is important.
Yes.
That is what sir is trying to mention. So it's my advice, it's sir's advice.
It makes you a practical person.
Yeah, so if you want to become a practical person, so please start improving your skills on all these aspects. It is really going to help you for your higher studies as well as for absorption by MNCs, multinational companies. Okay. Sir, another question what some CA students have put up to me, that they keep on asking during lectures. Since I am into real-time lecturing for the students, I want from you to understand that how a CA student should prepare for CA exams, especially CA or CS, any professional exam, because I feel CA, CS are the most toughest exams in India currently. So, if a commerce student has to prepare for that, what should be the strategy so that he can crack the exam in first attempt? That please throw some lights on that.
Yeah, according to me, equal priority should be given for all papers.
Equal priority.
Equal priority.
Okay.
Suppose you take leave or you are on an exam leave.
Okay.
Every day you should allot so much time for all subjects.
Yes, absolutely.
We make a mistake of reading one particular subject for 4-5 days and then we go for another. And that will end up in a mess after some time. So every day allot equal timings for every subject.
Equal timing.
Equal timings.
Okay.
Equal or whatever based on the priority but every day you look into every paper.
Okay.
So that you give equal priority.
Okay.
Because CA or CS is a number game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So average, minimum, these all things will be there. You cannot fail in any subject.
Yeah.
You should pass in aggregate.
Aggregate.
These are all required. So very important thing is the habit of writing.
Sir, superb answer. Sir,
One cannot.
You have taken my words, sir. Actually,
one cannot learn accounting or costing by reading.
By reading, correct.
So it tempts you to read and pass on to the next page.
Absolutely, absolutely.
During exam, when you get the question paper,
Yeah,
you will not be able to start it properly.
correct, sir. Correct.
So you should cultivate the habit of writing.
Yeah.
Even theory also
Theory should do writing practice.
do some writing practice,
Yeah.
and you should have the practice of noting down the bullet points,
Oh, yes.
because that will help you in that 1.5 day,
Correct,
between
correct.
2 exams.
Correct, sir.
If you just glance through the bullet points, even though that bullet point for a particular subject is running into only few pages,
Yes.
it will give you an idea of several hundreds of pages by that point. What you have learned from that bullet point
Yeah.
will be very crucial.
Okay.
So please note down as and when you, on a daily basis, when you take up the paper or subject,
Correct.
mark bullet points for every chapter. So that will help you, because you can glance it during the last month of revision.
Revision.
Because always keep last 15 days or 1 month only for revision.
Correct, sir.
Don't take up any new subject in the last month.
So what sir has to say, that you should always give equal priority to all the papers. Don't only overemphasize on, some. I have seen many CA students, they like accounting, they like costing, they keep on solving sums after sums. But what about theory subjects? Sir, I am a theory teacher, auditing and law. So what about the theory subjects? When are you going to study those subjects? So what sir is telling you, that you have to give equal importance to all the papers. Okay. Make bullet points, do a lot of writing practice, case studies.
And visualize.
Visualize. Correct.
See, in auditing,
Yeah.
when a subject comes, you have to visualize.
Yes.
You should see what is that actually question, what is the intent behind that.
Yes.
You visualize.
Yes.
If you visualize that, you can learn better.
Correct, sir.
So that is also very important.
Very nice. Very nice. Yes. So I think sir is trying to say that you have to make your last minute revision points, bullet points, try to visualize, put yourself in the shoes of the auditor, like if an auditor is going for audit, how he will conduct the audit practically. So sir is trying to say that you should visualize the scenario. Simply mugging up is also not going to help. So nowadays students are literally, they are mugging up the theory subject. How much they will mug up, sir? It's an ocean of papers,
Correct.
Sir, this is a slightly a personal question, but I will ask you on social media also. Once you told me that during your school exam, it was a college exam. Once you told me that it was your college exam and you were not prepared for a subject. What was the name of that?
Commercial geography.
Commercial geography.
Yes.
Sir was having one
In first BCom.
in first year BCom.
In 1983.
In 1983. Oh my God. So you were having that paper, commercial geography, and you were not fully prepared on that subject. Then you told me, he shared with me personally that your mother has actually encouraged you that even if you're not prepared, just go and write that exam. So I want to understand the importance of counseling,
Yes.
a good counselor. Who can be your good counselor?
Yes.
Okay, and how motivation, how encouragement can help a student that even if he's not prepared for a particular, if he's half-heartedly prepared, how can he still go and write the exam?
Actually, what happened in that exam is,
Yes.
it was commercial geography is regarding the name of the places
Okay.
where a commodity is grown. Okay, say for example, rice, where it is grown in India, where it is grown in the world.
Okay.
Hydroelectricity, where it is generated in India, where it is generated outside.
Oh.
So the entire book, entire year syllabus was on the same subject.
Okay.
So just immediately on the previous day of the exam, I made the mistake of reading everything again.
Okay.
And it went on till morning 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So it was disastrous. At least I was learning something. I was knowing something in the previous day. Next day morning, after finishing it at 3 o'clock, I forgot everything.
Oh.
And I just was worrying that I was ashamed to get failed.
Yeah.
So I was crying, and my mother said, "Now what is the issue?
Okay.
Now you are not going to the exam, that stand you are taking."
Yeah.
But what I am saying is,
Yeah.
if you are going to the exam, you are getting failed.
Yes.
At least you get few marks.
Yes. True. True.
But if you don't go, it will be marked as absent.
Correct.
Better you go and fail.
Yes, sir.
This was the simple counseling. My mother was not a big literate.
Okay.
She was very ordinary lady.
Yeah. Okay.
She has given counseling on this, which has helped me. And in fact, after attending the exam, I was so comfortable. I have written everything properly, because there is one thing I have observed is the speed of recalling when you sit idle and the speed of writing have a big difference.
Oh, yes, sir.
If you instantly recall and if you cannot recall that, you feel panic. That lesson I learned.
Okay. So
Yes.
basically, what?
And what
Yeah.
my suggestion is, always in your life,
Yeah.
especially your student life,
Ah.
you just keep in touch with the close people.
Close people.
Maybe your grandmother,
Super.
grandfather,
Very nice.
father, mother.
Yes.
And I remember during my exam days,
Yeah.
my father used to prepare a coffee for me when I get up in the morning.
Excellent.
And that is a big moral booster.
Moral boost.
That shows that they are involved in my exam also.
Yes.
They take so much care.
Yes.
This I remember.
So, what message sir is trying to give here is that you have to find out a counselor, okay, who can counsel you. Let it be anybody. Let it be your family member,
Your teacher.
your teachers. Let it be your teachers. Anybody, whoever you feel. Let it be your close friend. Anybody who you feel is counseling you, encouraging you, and taking you in the right direction. So, sometimes even if you are not prepared for the exam, yet you can be half-heartedly prepared. But that booster, that the coffee example what sir gave, that my father prepared coffee for me just a day before the exam, and just that morning when you were going to write the exam. So that is a moral booster. So never get discouraged on the last day, or never get demotivated that I don't know, I have forgotten everything, what is going to happen, and it happens in CA exams, sir. CA CS is such a huge syllabus. If you look at their modules, sir, huge modules they have given. So how these students are going to study? So you have to make, as in the previous question he answered, that you have to make bullet points. And then now you have to take encouragement from your family members. Take encouragement from your family members, your teachers. Make sure that you are boosted somehow, and you just go and write the exam. So never get demoralized. Just go and write the exam, whatever you feel is comfortable. Exactly. Very nice, sir. Very nice. Super. So I feel that with the help of these answers, what sir is giving, these are all general answers what sir is talking. So with the help of this, not only our CA CS students will be benefited, sir, but even the young students below them, like +1, +2 level, they will also get encouraged, because especially board exams are there, 12th standard board, 10th standard board, they get demotivated somehow. Very nice, sir. So I really appreciate your answers. And one more question I wanted to ask you regarding articleship, sir. This is your next question I would like to put forward. Regarding articleship, so our CA students, in our times, we had 3 years of articleship. Now they have institute has reduced the articleship period to 24 months. And even for CS students, the articleship period is around 21 months. So what is the role of this articleship in the entire CA CS course? Like how much role articleship plays?
See, articleship is like a second learning experience.
Okay.
Throughout during those days of 1985 to 88, 3 years of articleship, I have never left a chance to question my principal on any doubts.
Okay.
So, whenever I asked some questions which was not connected to the issue, he used to get angry. And finally, I was named as a doubt master, which I am happy.
Okay.
Because, see, you have joined articleship for the purpose of
learning. Correct, sir. Correct.
You have joined articleship not for the sake of mandatory requirement to complete that 2 years.
To complete that 2 years. Yeah, yeah.
You should say it like that.
Yeah.
Every day is a learning day. And during our lunch break in the afternoon, around 1.5 hour time was there.
Okay.
We used to bring tiffin and finish the lunch early.
Yeah.
And I used to go to the cupboard where law books are kept, case laws.
Okay, case laws.
And just going through that.
Very nice.
And those days were the manual typing days. And our principal used to give comparing work in my first year.
Okay.
Comparing what typist has done, manuscript and typed matter, we used to compare.
Compare. Okay.
It was completely comparing only. No other application of mind is required.
Okay.
But I was just glancing through in a practical way, and I used to show the mistakes committed by those who prepared it.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, this is a mistake.
Okay.
Then he used to ask, I have given it for comparing. Why you are going through this, sir? Then finally admit there is a mistake.
Okay.
There is a investment allowance is not claimed.
Okay.
Additional depreciation is not claimed.
Okay.
See, such type of anxiety or inclination to the subject you should have.
Okay.
Today what happens, if some work is told, with great difficulty, you finish it and you hand over.
Yeah.
You don't apply your mind beyond that.
Beyond that. Correct.
Throughout my 3 years, I took full benefit, whatever possible, and that has helped me like anything in my exams. Practical approach.
Practical
Learning
approach.
practically.
Yeah.
See, that is very important.
And
You do not take it as a mandatory requirement. Just watching the time, how much, at what time I can go to the house and all. No.
Okay.
you take maximum time, do whatever, learn everything, because that is the practical forum which our institute has taken care
Okay.
to see that immediately after completing CA exams, you are a practicing chartered accountant.
Practicing chartered.
Can go for a practice.
So basically,
You
you
should
mean
be
to
prepared.
say, yeah, you mean to say that articleship should be a learning experience. It should be a practical experience,
Yes.
and you should always have a curiosity of asking more things. Doubt
Not take
master.
it as a job.
Yeah, sir is saying doubt master. I quoted in double inverted commas. Okay, very nice, sir. Superb.
Yes.
So articleship has a very important role to play, whether you are doing CA, CS, or any other
And
professional.
especially when we were, I love going for outstation auditing, because
Same here, sir.
you get connected with the client.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can see his business enterprise, what activity is being done.
Superb.
See, if you sit in the office and look into some accounts,
Yeah,
byproducts and all that things, we don't get practical knowledge.
practical knowledge.
When we go to the field, when we go to the client's place, because during my time, a tax audit was introduced for the very first time,
Okay.
and we were supposed to go to the client's place and fill up that 3CD form and all, because
Okay.
a lot of information, commodity statement,
Commodity.
stock statement were all required.
Yeah.
So at that time, we had an exposure to go to their place to find out their premise, what product is manufacturing, what is byproduct, what is the percentage of byproduct.
Excellent.
These all things were has given lot of information on practical.
So outstation audit
Outstation
also
audit.
sir is emphasizing that
Yes.
just don't sit in the office and work on the PC or laptop. Go and visit to the client's base. Actually see what is joint product, what is byproduct, and try to understand. This will help you in filling your 3CD reports also. Very nice, sir. Superb.
Yes.
So practical exposure is what is
Also,
very
you
important.
get experience of traveling,
Traveling experience. Yeah.
because prior to that, you might not have traveled to such remote places and all.
Yeah. So learning and traveling, these are the best experiences of life.
Yes.
Very nice. Superb. So articleship is a key factor. You must not miss your articleship. Try to finish off your articleship. Practical approach is what is sir trying to mention. Very nice, sir. I'm sure with the kind of answers that you are giving, this interview will be really a record-breaking interview, and it will really help the students for preparing for their professional exams. Very nice, sir. Superb. Sir, one more question which I would like to put forward, sir. This is like, it might not be a question for everybody, but for few students at least. But I would perceive it as a question for few students. There are many students, sir, who are giving many attempts. It's not their mistake. Probably in every attempt, something is going wrong with them. Sometimes one subject is not prepared.
Correct.
Or sometimes they forget something. Circumstances are there, sir. You can't help, to change that.
Correct.
So my question to you is that how many attempts should an average student should give? To clear professional exams like CA and CS. Like I've seen multiple attempts students are giving, not able to clear. Then they reach at certain age and then they give up after a certain age. So if they have to complete CA, then and they know that now they are not able to do it, then is there any alternative mechanism, or they should do something alternatively, or maximum how many attempts they should give? So just throw some light on that.
See, what I feel is, unless you are doubly sure that you can clear, according to you, don't go for an attempt.
Don't go for an attempt.
No. You go half prepared,
Okay.
you fail.
Okay.
That demotivates
Okay.
and it creates some fear.
Hmm.
So, before attempting, just be sure from your side you did 100% of your efforts,
Correct.
and then only you appear.
So half-heartedly, you please don't go.
Yes.
Be 100% sure that you're going to pass this exam. Then only you should go for the
Yes.
exam. Very nice.
During my time, I could have attempted after 1.5 years,
Okay.
but I attempted inter
Okay.
after 2.5 years,
Oh, okay.
and I failed in aggregate.
Oh,
And in the last attempt of my articleship, third year,
huh.
I cleared
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
So those days, even clearing inter when you complete your articleship was a great day.
Great thing. Absolutely.
So what I say is, give maximum 3 attempts.
Give maximum 3 attempts.
3 attempts.
Okay.
Don't go continuously for 4 or 5 attempts and all, because then you have to make some course correction and you have to change the direction, whether you have to discontinue it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Be fully prepared before making first attempt.
Okay.
And definitely you will clear in second attempt if you cannot make it,
Okay.
or at least you will get few exemptions.
Okay. Very nice. Yes, sir.
Exemptions is the best way.
Yeah.
If you are, say for example, I got an exemption in auditing
Oh, superb.
in that attempt where I could not make it in aggregate.
Okay.
Like that, at least try for some exemption.
Hmm.
the best you can try for an exemption. At least few papers exemption means, according to me, if you do a good beginning in the first attempt and you could not do it, 100% you will clear second attempt.
Absolutely.
But half-heartedly going without preparation merely because your friend is appearing, your classmate is appearing, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Be sure whether I can make it in first attempt. Then at least otherwise you will make in second
attempt. So
it's very important.
Very nice, sir. Superb answer.
Yes.
What sir is trying to say that you should try to give your 100% in the first attempt itself. Even if you have to delay your attempt by 6 months or a year, as sir has given his own personal example, delay it, but make sure that once you are going for the first attempt, that should be the best preparation, 100% preparation.
Yes.
And thereafter, somehow, if you are not able to make it, no problem, don't worry. At least try for a couple of attempts more. But what sir has to say that 3 attempts are more than enough to understand whether I am made for this course or not. Of course, different people may have different perceptions. Some people say that no, I have cleared in 7th attempt, I have cleared in 14th attempt, but that is their life.
And
not everybody can be falling in that category.
One big advantage during my time was, my parents never used to ask, how you have done the exam. That has eased a lot of tension.
Eased a lot of.
Today what happens, more than the students, their parents are anxious. About immediately after writing an exam, so they ask how is the paper. And during my days, I was a blessed one. My parents were not interested to ask how you have done the exam. Even when my result came in the first attempt, I could not make it. They were not so much serious about that. So you should be given a free hand.
Flexibility.
Your family should give a free hand in your subjects.
Yes.
They should not interfere too much.
True.
That is advice to the parents, not to the students.
So this is the advice for the parents, that if you are interfering too much also in the students' life, then what can happen is
it will create unnecessary pressure on them.
Pressure is created. The pressure gets built up. Very nice, sir. So maximum 3 attempts is the bottom line, that you should try to clear in maximum 3 attempts, if not in first attempt, but give your 100% in the first attempt.
Correct.
Very nice. Superb. And sir, just to conclude this round of interview, because I'm sure that these many questions are only sufficient for the student, but as a matter of curiosity, I would still want to ask you a very straightforward question, that what should be your strategy for the next exam? Normally when one paper goes bad and the student is not happy with the even the efforts are put, then also the paper was not nice, they will carry that impression in the subsequent papers. Like if accounts paper did not go, they will so they'll carry it in law. Then they'll start thinking about accounts paper. Then they'll start calling their friend, "Tera kaisa gaya accounts ka paper?" So it's not what should be the strategy? They get pressurized for the next attempt. Probably they can score an exemption, like as you pointed out in auditing, you scored an exemption. So they can score an exemption in the next paper. Why to carry forward that in the next attempt? So is this the strategy, or maybe you can throw some lights on us, sir?
Recently, I listened to a psychiatrist, who came for some counseling classes. So his words attracted me, and that is apt for our CA students. What he said is, after listening to a particular patient, he immediately deletes that. Because human mind cannot store too much things. So listening to 30-40 patients, his history, his problems, if you keep, then you will be one of them like that. So that's why it's the practical side. He said, whenever that person walks out of his cabin, immediately he deletes that particular chat.
Delete, correct.
Forget it. See, I thought this is the best one, which our CA students should follow. After their one exam they clear, one exam they appear, immediately while going after the classroom, they should delete it completely. Even they should not discuss this outside with their friends. See, don't do self-evaluation. You are not the evaluator. You are a student. Just do your best and come out and think about next exam.
Yes, sir. True, sir.
Delete it. Practically delete that. And finally, you are succeeding in those papers which you found miserable. And you fail in the exam which you thought that you are the best.
Correct.
So better to delete it without any expectation or evaluation, without discussing too much with the friends also. It should not have an impact on the next exam. And in fact, if you feel that I have not done better, for the next exam, you try to get an exemption.
Superb. Very nice.
See, I know 100% I am not going to pass in this paper. Then tomorrow's paper or day after tomorrow's paper, you try for an
Exemption.
right, in a very best way, so that at least you can target exemption in the subsequent
Subsequent paper. So delete it, what sir is saying, just forget it. Whatever is gone is gone. You can't change it.
Yes.
You are not the evaluator. Somebody else is your evaluator. You are a student. So think like a student and try to delete the memories and focus on the next paper. So I think like what sir has said, if I was a student and I would have followed these instructions, definitely it would have helped me to clear my exam. Of course, I cleared long back, but then now it is for you people. You are the students now, and it is your time that the people like these who are coming and speaking, and they are really guiding you, motivating you. Please take these instructions very seriously and work on them. Think what is being told in this episode, and just look forward to it. Okay. So, sir, it is a pleasure having you on the episode. In my very initial episodes, big personalities like you are coming. So it is my pleasure indeed. And thank you so much, sir, for guiding our student community. And
My pleasure.
yes, sir. Thank you so much. Nice talking to you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.